So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone in school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked, but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now, I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you hit, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll Podcast, episode number 58. I'm here with my guys, Coach Ed Gladney, Blaze Radio, and Rio from the Just Fans Podcast. How's everyone doing?
Good. 11 more, Mitch.
Yep, I knew someone would say that. I just knew somebody would say that.
Boing, man. Yeah.
Let the countdown continue.
The countdown continues, and it looks like we have Chad in the chat. What is up? And Daniel, who's saying yo on every single channel.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I got to give you
that, Daniel. Yep. And Pete is always hurt. Don't even get me started on that.
I met him on my NFL podcast like 2 years ago when I started doing those red zones, and that dude is one of the most loyal guys I can see. I see him in so many streams. So big shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. And he goes, LOL. Yep. So before we get into the All-Star reserves, Blaze, can you tell everyone the story about Tony Snell?
Yeah, I was gonna wait. I was gonna use that as my exit final thoughts. But
okay,
if you want to talk about it now, I'd love.
No. We can wait. We can wait. It's all good. We can wait. So, all right, then let's just get it started. Then.
I want to wait to the end because it's kind of emotional. If I'm going to get emotional, let's get emotional at the very end.
Got you. All right. So we're just gonna get right in with the All-Star reserves. Let's start off with the East. So we're gonna go from Rios, Coach, Blaze. So Randy's not gonna be here. Let me do that.
I forgot to ask you, Mitch, if you were going to talk about the other two things I sent you in the group chat at all.
Yep, we will.
Good. You're the man, Mitch. You got everything. You're not very organized, but up in here you keep it organized. I give you credit, bro.
I appreciate that. So Rios, who's your first East All-Star reserve?
This one's pretty easy. Jaylen Brown.
Okay. Jaylen Brown. All right. I like that pick. I really like Jaylen Brown. He's done amazing things, especially in the playoffs. He steps up.
Mike Green,
Isn't
thank
he-
you, Mike. I do cry sometimes, but it's all good, bro. He's like, no crying in the podcast.
That's my guy, Mike, man. Let's go blue. He's a Michigan fan. Let's go, man. So, let me change the layout real quick. What is up, everybody? What is up? So,
Thanks,
let's
Jonathan,
go
man.
here. So,
Rams
do
on
you
the
have
other side
anything
of
to
the
say
planet.
about Jalen Brown, Rios? You got anything to say, or?
I mean, besides not being able to go left, he's a pretty damn good player.
Right. Exactly. Coach, who do you have for your first slot?
Hey, before Coach goes, I gotta be able to predict this answer. Come on, Coach. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What do you think it is?
No.
I think I
it's
think
got to be from your team, my man. He is on
I was-
fire right now. This dude cannot do wrong. He's only had one game out of his last 8 with 20. Everything else is 30 plus, bro.
Yeah,
Fire.
you're
Another
yes,
Jalen.
yes, he is the New York Knicks superstar. You know, everyone talks about, Jalen Brunson. Everyone talks about, the Knicks need a superstar. No, we already have,
Oh,
so
yes.
for me, yes, you're right. Anyone who knew me, that's going to be
Yeah.
the first one. To me, he shouldn't even be a reserve. He should be a starter, period.
I think he
Hey,
spells
Coach.
different than the other Jalen now. We're not going to hold Mitch to his spelling. There's a million Jalens.
Yeah, the other Jalen
Right?
was
I think
it Jaylen, and this one.
Oh, it's E? Got it.
yeah, I think Brown's yeah.
No, I don't think there's I think it's Jalen.
Okay, there's no Y.
I don't know. There's a million-
There we go. That's
Thank
better.
Jalen Rose for that. Jalen Rose set that precedent back in the day with the Fab Five, and there's a lot of Jalen's out there. So big shout out to him.
That is
But,
true.
yeah,
That is true.
That's who my first one is. So go ahead, Blaze. You got
All
That
right,
would have
Blaze,
been
who
my.
you got?
That's why I had to have something to say about it. I saw his stats for the last like 8 or 9 games, and I'm like, dude, Coach got to recognize his boy is shining right now.
and he was 1 point last night of getting 30 again.
That's amazing, man. And I mean, right now, we might talk about it later, but the 2 hottest teams in the NBA are the Clippers and the Knicks. And that's no doubt about it. And I can't stand the Clippers, but I give them their shine too because they are on fire. And I said it maybe 4 or 5 podcasts ago. I said, I don't like the team. I don't like some of the players, but if those 4 can start to click, they are dangerous. And they're showing it now. In the East, there's an obvious one I could go with. But there's also a favorite of mine who I really want to go with.
And Daniel said, how about Jalen Green
Yeah,
for another
there's a million-
Jalen?
There's a million great
He's-
Jalen's,
Well,
man.
he's in the West.
Jalen Rose set that precedent, man. There's a lot of really good guards in the East. It's tough. There's a couple big guys that I want to put in there too, but I got to give it to my boy Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, Daniel
There.
Barry. The way he stepped up. We talked about at the beginning of the year, him going from 20 to about 25 points, pushing a couple extra rebounds and assists a game, and he's doing that. He's got to pick up a lot of slack whenever Embiid's not around, and unfortunately, that's more often than not right now. He's shown that he should be an all-star. I think this isn't a fluke. This isn't just him stepping up here and there. It's been consistent, and I think we're going to see him consistently as an all-star for the future.
All right. So for me, it is not Tyrese Maxey.
Well, you got to pick someone different.
I am Donovan Mitchell. If
What's
you
up?
want to talk about
Ooh.
snubs, he got snubbed. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this guy is able to lead a team, especially when Evan Mobley's out, Darius Garland's out, Jared Allen's been out time to time. So Donovan Mitchell just on fire as of late. So that is mine.
Keep that chat going, guys. All the Jalen's you can think of. Just load up the chat. Keep the chat on fire tonight. I love it. We should have said before we started this that the East starters are Halliburton, Lillard, Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid. So
All right.
that is
Well-
the 5 that are already starting. So we're picking, for those that don't know out there, those are your starting 5. We're just picking the reserves.
And then Mike goes Jalen Carter.
That's another one.
I like that one. Jalen Smith. He's not on my list.
And your boy.
He's not on
Tobias.
mine.
He's not here today. I don't know where he's at.
All right, so we're gonna go like a snake. So it's back to me, and
Oh, yeah. Give yourself 2.
my
Mitch. I
first
see how it is.
center is off the board. Bam Adebayo.
Yeah. Big Bam. I love it.
Like defensively, the guy's a tank. I mean, he does whatever he wants in the paint. That is my guy, Bam Adebayo. So that's my first big man off the board. So
So are we doing you can't pick the same people or we can pick the same people?
You can pick the same people.
Oh, okay. I thought we were. I thought
that was scaring me because I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute.
No, there's
go that
no
far.
way we can all pick different players.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna all of us will pick the 6 reserves, but no, I get it. Okay, we're good.
All right, who you got?
Me, back to me again.
It's
Well,
back to
I'm
you,
gonna put Brunson. I'm gonna put Brunson in there. I've been bragging him up, and what he's doing right now is phenomenal. Talk about stepping up. I mean, he's always had it in him, and we talked about this early in the year. Whenever Coach Ed was talking about Randall and talking about who else is going to be the guy there, and he's already there. Like, he just needed the opportunity, and he's really taking advantage of it. That team is on fire right now, man.
Yep. And then Coach,
Yes.
who you got?
Okay. See, you guys are breaking it down, big man. I just wrote it down. So I got Donovan Mitchell as number 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Another thing we got to consider too is, it's how long before the All-Star game? Couple weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Embiid's going to be playing.
They're
No,
announcing the reserves tomorrow.
Yeah, and then eventually, like we talked about a little bit earlier, we got a couple of honorable mentions. So
Yeah.
there's guys who are probably going to be injured, who are going to need to be replaced. So, this
Don
is where,
Don
Go ahead.
Oven, not Don
Yeah.
Oven. Don Oven.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm not making fun of you, Mitch. It's fine. It's just I'm a stickler with names. I always have been. Like when people are in the chat, I want to pronounce their names right and stuff. So
that makes sense. So Rios, who are your next 2 reserves?
So I'm gonna go with Banchero next.
good one.
Okay, I like that one. And then after that,
Brunson.
there you go.
And you're thinking all-star team too. The teams don't have to be great. If the player's carrying that team, if the team's shitty, but that player has been balling out like Banchero has, and I totally agree. That's a good pick.
Oh wait, hold on, I gotta fix that.
Michello, you made him Italian. Donovan Vinci,
Hey.
Michele.
Hey.
So, Coach, who's your next All-Star reserve?
You guys all pretty much said most of the ones that I have anyway. Adebayo, Bam.
There you go. And then Blaze.
So, see, I need to go big guy because I did pick Brunson and Maxey, and I probably need to get. I mean, we got 6 of them, but once again, we're talking about one leftover that's probably going to sneak in because Embiid probably won't play. But oof, I got to put Donovan Mitchell in there for what he's doing.
Gotcha. Siakam. Oh, okay. That's a good one.
See,
It's tough. The East has a lot. I have like 5 honorable mention in the East and only like 1 or 2 in the West.
All right. So for my next choice, I got Tyrese Maxey. I got Tyrese Maxey right here.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah. And now that I said that too, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird because we've talked about it every week how stacked the West is and how the East has like a handful of teams up top, but there's so many great players throughout the East.
Mm-hmm. And then this is where I got Jalen Brunson.
All right.
So, and then Blaze, who you got?
Let's go Bam. It's going to be pretty much the same except for maybe 1 or 2.
Right. Coach?
Oh, Mitch, I got your boy Tobias Harris. No, I'm joking.
All good. All good.
Mitch leaves the chat.
No, I'm right here. Just plugging my computer in.
You're damn right. I'm an all-star, bitches.
Not after last game.
Yeah, he's been up and down recently. I get you that.
No, but Jaylen Brown from the Celtics. I mean, what more can you say, about what he brings to the table? So
Okay. Wait. What the hell?
You giving him a new name.
Okay. And Rios, who are your next 2?
So I'm gonna go Bam,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go Julius Randle. He's been balling
Okay.
out as of late.
I
so.
like that one.
I think the
I
entire
like it. He
team,
didn't make mine, but I like it.
entire team's been benefiting. Yes, good call, Rios. Let's see if Coach
Hey,
agrees.
Bobby's in the chat. Jared Allen. Okay. That's a good one. I like that. And then we got Coach. Who you got?
Okay. This is first let me get rid of this one. Maxi's
There you
definite, no
Got
doubt.
it.
And then
You know what I can't wait for the All-Star game though? Tyrese Halliburton and Tyrese Maxey both in the backcourt.
Tyrese is.
I
That's
can't wait for that.
That's my moneymaker.
Well,
man.
you only need the original Tyrese then, the Tyrese the singer.
The singer, yes, sir. Have him do the national anthem for the All-Star game.
Right.
All right, so we got Brunson, Maxey, Mitchell, Adebayo. I'm going to go on a little tangent here. I kept skipping him, but when I kept going back to his stats, it said he's an all-star, and that's Trae Young.
That
Okay.
that is great. I like that one.
Other way, EA.
Huh?
TREA. Is it?
Okay.
Or is it AE? No?
I think it's AE.
Is it AE? Yeah, it just looks
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It does look weird.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I know I'm good.
Yep. Mine is Banchero. Paolo Banchero here. He's been
tough, man. I'm going to leave
making the
somebody good out.
Magic looking so damn good with all those guards. And when I was doing that video, when I was doing the stream, recording the Bleacher Report, they had more guards for the Bleacher Report. I'm like, what is this? How many guards do they need?
Hey, Ryan Jane, what's up, Locks? I haven't seen him in a while. Good to see you.
Hey, what is up, man? What is up? Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you guys all hit that like and subscribe if you're new. And then mine, right here, shout out to Philly halftime, Trae Young.
Yeah. I didn't want to put him on my list, but every time I went back, I was like, it's hard to keep him off. He's been there before, and he's putting up the numbers right now, so it's hard not to.
You had to. Double.
So my last pick now, right? I haven't picked Jalen. No, wait.
This is 6. I think I have 7.
Okay, so I get 2 more. Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. So I'm gonna leave good guys out of here. It's just inevitable.
All right, Coach.
All right. You're getting down to where it's these guys. I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? And then I saw someone who now Siakam. I did think about earlier, but it was about the trade. So I'm like, well, is he really playing well with Indiana right now? I know he's still getting acclimated. So I didn't include him, but just I want everyone to understand. I do really think he deserves to be an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's and then the last 3 guys that I've been battling over. So I'm going to put in Banchero first.
Okay. And breaking news: Ben Simmons is out again tonight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Poor kid. I mean,
unlimited PTO.
Hey, I will say this. He's loving being in Brooklyn with all the shopping and fashion that he has access to, even though some of it is just like, really, bro? But that's the fashion for today.
Yeah, fashion has to have a little shock value in it anymore. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Rios, who are you next to?
So my next 2, it's gonna be Maxey and Mitchell.
All right.
I think we all might have the same 7, just shuffled. Similar. Very close.
Yep. And then Coach.
All right. This is where it's been a rough one for me. Because I was really trying to fight to put Jared Allen in from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I really have been fighting to put him in, but the person who I think is getting in or who's going to be slotted as a reserve really does deserve it. And that's Julius Randle. Now, Jared Allen, I think, is going to end up taking his spot, maybe even Siakam, because Julius is hurt. And, he's probably going to be out, it says right now, a few weeks. How long that is, we don't know. So I'm putting Julius Randle in, but I think Jared Allen will end up, or Siakam, one of the 2 will end up replacing him. If I'm saying who's going to replace him, I think it's going to be Jared Allen, because everything that I read up on him is just like he really does deserve to be in there.
Yep. And then Blaze, who's your last one?
Yeah, he's 20th in scoring right now, and he's like I said, he stepped up, and they're one of the if not the hottest team in the NBA right now, and that's Julius Randle.
All right.
3 Kentucky boys out of my 7. I love it. You know I got to bring that up.
And then my last one,
Jordan Poole.
wrong conference.
All right, I just saw that in the chat.
And then my honorable mention here, Derek White. What he's been doing right now with the defense and the scoring ability, like he's putting up like 18 to 23. That's my honorable mention, Derek White. That guy's going to make all defensive first team. I think he's averaging like a block and a half. Something like that. It's crazy. All right. Rio, so we're going to start with you again for the West.
Oh, you're the only one that gets an honorable mention, Mitch.
If you guys have honorable mentions, go for it. You guys were able to say it. Go for it.
Nah, I don't really have honorable mention.
I told you Jared Allen is mine.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't get Banchero on mine, but I definitely would put him in there. Siakam, we've already talked about, would be considered. Cade Cunningham, even though their team has been shit, has been playing well. Jimmy Butler, I mean, he's not doing the numbers that he normally does, but when you go to fan voting and stuff like that, he's up there and might make it as well. But those are just other names, as well as even DeRozan, who's got a lot of votes too, that I would consider. But there's just the 6 that I have, or the 7 is definitely, as you see, are the same pretty much 7 that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much. And Rios, who's your first for the West?
For me, I gotta go with my boy Sengun.
There you go. How you spell first name again? It's
A.
Alex, right?
Just A.
I'm drawing a blank. His name is Alex, right?
Alfred.
No, Alperen. Alpren.
Got it.
No, I don't think there's an F in there. He's not Alf.
Hey, that was a great show.
Yep. Sengun. Sengun.
Got it.
Sengun. Shengun.
All right. Coke, who's your first for the West?
It's obvious. The one probably should have started. Mr. Three-pointer himself, Steph Curry, who coincidentally is going to be taking on Sabrina Ionescu for a three-point shooting contest. So I love that thought. So, but yeah, Steph Curry.
I knew you would, Coach. I knew you would.
I like how that 3-point shootout little challenge came to play. I saw some comments that he made on the sidelines, and then word got around, and then they made it happen. So props to whoever put that together and made that happen. For real, I love that.
Something different. I love it. All right, Blaze, who's your first?
So for those that don't know, the starters are SGA, Luka, LeBron, Durant, and Jokic. So that's why you won't see those names out there. We're just picking the reserves, and there's no way in hell that I can pass up Steph Curry as the first one to go in there as a backup.
Hey, third time's the charm. Okay.
I can't complain with the 5 that are starting either, though. I mean, it's
No, you can't. You really can't. But for my next one, a lot of you guys are going to pick him next. Anthony Edwards?
That was gonna be my next pick.
yeah, you might as well put that twice. You might as well put that twice because Ant is one of my favorites. He's doing a lot of the things we talked about him doing preseason.
Coach, you got Anthony Edwards too?
No.
Oh.
Got another Anthony.
I don't even have him on my listing.
Ooh.
Okay. I love it.
Kawhi Leonard.
I have him later on.
Was he y'all are ranking? I just wrote down. That's why.
Yeah, I just wrote down too. I wasn't ranking. I just wrote down. And then Rios, you got Anthony Edwards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you have next?
Kawhi.
Hey.
He's been balling out. He's been relatively healthy this year.
He has, and that makes him an all-star reserve.
Yep.
All
Him
right.
and PG. Him and PG have stepped up.
Same with Harden. I hate to say that, but yes.
Nah, I won't say it.
Okay. All right, Coach, who you got?
Sabonis.
Ooh, nice.
It's a nice one.
Yeah. Blaze, who you got?
It's tough at this point. I mean, I got a couple that I definitely want to get on there. But this guy, I didn't realize it. He was there last year, and he's been playing phenomenal so far this year, carrying another team that hasn't been doing that great, and that is Lauri Markkanen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
Kennen, I think. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it
1K?
at that. I'll fix the spelling later. For me, who do I got here? Oh, shout out to TRL, Devin Booker,
Mm-hmm.
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 and then
He's been
it's
putting up a couple points
Sabonis.
this year.
Huh?
Booker's been putting up a couple points this year.
Yeah,
Lately.
and mine is the teammate of Sabonis, the Aaron Fox.
Or
Not
Rock.
Rock.
That does rock.
Yeah, I think it's about
Rock.
Aaron wrong.
The Rocks, the Sox.
I think there's no DE. It might just be DAARON. I don't know.
I
It was
have no idea. That's
D-
not his first name.
I gotta
DE
look it up. It's kind of
apostrophe.
crazy.
Isn't it DE apostrophe?
I'm looking it up right now. It's driving me crazy. Yep. Oh, there's two ways. That's why.
DE, yeah.
I do have two
It is
ways.
DE. You're right. You're right. It is DE. My bad. DE, and it's AARON.
It just
forgot.
looks weird.
You just forgot the R.
No, I got.
No, you don't.
I thought I did.
Yeah, put it at the end. There you go. Foxer.
I should know. That's my middle name. Aaron's my middle name. I should really know that.
Tough
Blake,
halftime.
Aaron. Aaron.
when it's up halftime, he went on a little rant in his video about the people saying that the Eagles, for all the people that are saying that AJ Brown should get traded, he did a rant on that.
Good job.
He should get traded right to the Giants.
There you go.
Hey, we'll take Saquon Barkley.
Hey, you can have him.
You might get him anyway.
Right.
Nah,
All right.
Saquon's probably going to Dallas.
Yeah. And then
I'll be
the
surprised he
Eagles
comes to
might
Houston.
get Tony Pollard. Blaze, who you got?
It's not really. I'm not ranking him at this point, but I am gonna go with Şengün. I think he's been playing well out of the pocket, so well. No matter what, he's just proven he's an all-star. I don't think he's going away anytime soon. I love his game.
I do too. Coach, who you got?
Now, you asked me about an Anthony earlier, but it's the wrong Anthony. I'm going Anthony Davis from the Lakers.
There you go.
All right. Okay, I like that one. Rios, back to back.
So I'm gonna go Chet and Paul George.
Nice.
Okay, both Clipper guys.
See, but I don't know. Chet could make it, but I think he's going to be in that rising star thing instead.
Oh yeah,
But that's not say they can't be in both. But
right. All right, Coach, who you got?
Devin Booker.
which, by the way, I'm hyped about talking about the rising star thing.
Oh yeah. That's the next thing.
My final three are all going to be Kentucky players, so you might as well start with Devin Booker.
I just gave you two, didn't I?
Yep. And AD's the other one, and Mitch picked the other one.
All right, I got Sabonis.
And yes, I'm leaving Kawhi and PG out. And yes, I'm leaving Big Cat out too, unfortunately.
And then I got Kawhi Leonard. All right, Blaze, who you got?
AD.
All right, Coach, who you got?
This is where I'm in a quandary because I have four guys fighting for these last two spots, and I'm just going to throw them out. Rudy Gobert, Wembanyama, Marketing, and Paul George. And
No wrong answers.
I just
There's no wrong answer there, Coach.
Except for Daniels, that's the wrong answer.
Austin
then
Reeves.
I'm just gonna go Paul George first. I'll just do it that way.
All right.
I thought
Just
about
really-
just picking only Kentucky players for all 14 of these.
That would have been an adventure.
It almost can happen.
All right. Rios,
My
last two. Who you got for your last two?
So I'm gonna go Devin Booker and Steph Curry.
There you go.
And then Coach.
I'm gonna do it. Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Yay!
Boo!
I'm sitting here looking at Marketing. I'm like, something saying go Wembanyama, but I'm looking at my eyes tell me Marketing, but everything else is saying Wembanyama, so I just went with him.
NYG, I think you're good. I think he's a lock, bro. I think Jalen Brunson is a lock, my friend. We were just talking about how much he's been doing amazing right now. It's a no-brainer, my friend. He's a lock.
And then
Yeah.
Wally said Doc Rivers.
There's your coach. Yep. What's up, David?
What is up, David? Thanks for stopping by, man. All right. Blaze, who you got?
All right, so the Paul George and the Kawhi are there. Sabonis definitely an option as well. Big Cat is always there. There's one name that I think might squeeze in, maybe as a injury reserve or something, but has been playing really well. I'd love to see him get a nod. That's Desmond Bane. Not a lot of people are talking about how well he's playing. But I'm going to give it to De'Aaron Fox, my final Kentucky player there for 3 in a row.
All right. There's so many.
Wait a minute,
options
Blaze.
here.
You didn't pick me? That's a travesty. Of all the good things I've said about you, Blaze, I'm out of here. I'm the ass, and I'm not your friend no more, Blaze. And I'm from Tennessee. Jeez, sorry. Sorry, Tobias. Maybe if you were a little more consistent, you'd be considered.
All right.
See, he doesn't only mess with you guys. He doesn't like me when I don't pick him either, I guess.
All right. Who am I going to go with? Let's do it.
Me, Tobias.
Oh God! Boo!
I mean, he's been doing some incredible things, man. I mean, I don't think it's going to slow down. I mean, it's so much fun to watch some of the things he's doing. I mean, if there's anybody that's going to be in the Rising Stars and the All-Star game, it's Chet and Wemby. So
no,
I had one on my radar, NYG, but I just couldn't do it with the talent in the East, bro.
Oh yeah, NYG. Breaking news: Ben Simmons is out.
You act
Breaking
like it's
news.
such a big
I know
I
you're
mean,
shocked.
and
I'm
like he's-
absolutely.
I'm not either.
with the. I wouldn't be surprised if Bridges gets in there, NYG. So, and he's been putting up good enough numbers to be considered.
My friends are keep on telling me Cam Thomas, and I'm
I
like,
love-
he can score, but
Is that it?
yep, that is it. So let me just go through it one more time. It's not really breaking, but NYG is a Brooklyn Nets fan,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's right. So for the East, I got Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Paolo Banchero. Shout out to Philly halftime, Trae Young, and Jalen Brown. So that's who I got. And Blaze, who you got for the East?
Obviously a lot of Kentucky players. Again, I think I got 3 on each. You got Maxey, you got Bam, and you got Julius. Jalen's playing well. Trey is shooting the lights out, so I couldn't deny him. Donovan and Jalen are carrying their teams right now, so those two are locks in my opinion. What's up, E, the chosen one?
Yo, E, what's good, man? He was on the show last week. What is up, brother? Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, you trying
Aw,
to replace
you're
replace
okay, NYD. Aw, Blaze and
He's
I have
angry.
been there.
He's angry.
Blaze and I have been there. It's okay. All right. So, Coach, who you got for the East, man?
Brunson, Mitchell, Adebayo, Jalen Brown, Banchero, Maxey, and Randall.
NYG put his latest comment up there. That's good. They said he'll actually pay his own money to get rid of him.
Oh man,
I never went that far.
I think
that far.
I think that's a popular opinion. You could probably start a GoFundMe to get him out of there, bro. It's not like he's on the court blowing shit up either, you know.
And then Rios, who you got for the East?
for the East, I got Jalen Brown, Banchero, the other Jalen Brunson, Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle, y'all's boy Tyrese, and Donovan Mitchell.
All right. So for the West, I got Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox. It's amazing. De'Aaron Fox is averaging like 30 to 31 points per game, and he's on the reserve. That is just crazy.
Who would you put him over? SGA, Luka, LeBron, Durant, Jokic? It's stacked over there, bro. You're going to have a second team in the West that could probably compete. You can put a 5 of the second team in the West and make a good case that they should be the starting 5.
Yeah.
You know, that's how great the West is right now.
And then I just want to go. All right, let me finish the West and I'll go back to the East. Sabonis,
Sports Network, what's happening, bro?
So,
Kawhi, and Victor Wembanyama. Yep. So I think, hey, what is up, man? Thank you for stopping by. No Coach Mods. He had one great game last night. But I want to go back to the East real quick.
Wow.
I really feel like Jalen Brunson should be starting over Damian Lillard or even Donovan Mitchell.
I agree.
Because Damian Lillard, he cannot lead a team. We've seen Mitchell do it. We've seen Brunson do it. We've seen Maxey do it from time to time. We've seen Banchero do it. We've seen Trae Young, arguably. Have we seen Randall lead a team?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think E even said it in the chat. The starting 5 is based on fan voting. So it's not,
Yep.
you know, they're not going to consider who's the hottest player right now because the votes have been going. It's a popularity contest for the starting 5.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Which I mean, we've talked about the All-Star game before. It doesn't get competitive till the very end. It's an exhibition of the greatest players on the planet. And everyone out there should watch it as that. Don't watch it as, oh, they're throwing alley-oops and they're not playing defense at all and they're not doing this and that. I mean, just watch it as an exhibition as the best players in the world. I mean, that's what we're going to get. It's going to be a great, fun show to watch.
Yeah, no disrespect, but Brunson's been better than Dame this season.
I'm with you on that. Especially the last 8 to 10 games. You cannot deny that.
You cannot. So, Blaze, what about your West?
Of course, once again, 3 Kentucky players. I ended with Fox, Davis, and Booker, and they're putting up the numbers to support it. You got guys that will be, you know, household names if they're, you know, going forward, and that's Şengün and Markkanen, and showing that international flavor. And of course, two of the best in the business right now, and that's Ant, who's stepped up, and the legendary Steph Curry, of course.
All right. Coach, what about your West?
Curry, Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Sabonis, Paul George, and Wembanyama.
All right. And Rios, I think you should take Şengün out and put Wemby there. But that's just me.
Ain't happening.
Absolutely not. Numbers wouldn't justify it either.
Who you got for your West?
So we got future All-Star Şengün. And then we got Ant. We'll probably be starting in the next couple of years. Got the 2 Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George. Got Chet. The better out of the 2 between him and Wemby, in my opinion. Devin Booker and Steph Curry.
All right. I actually have this is a good question. I'm going to stop saying this. Do you think it's possible that we could get co-rookie of the years like it happens in the past?
Possibly.
Do you think that could happen or no?
Possibly.
This year, I don't know.
They're
both playing phenomenal.
It's
going to depend on the second half of the season.
Right.
Heaven forbid we get an injury on one of those 2 superstars, you know, or something like that. But I don't know.
Something to think about. Coach, do you think we could get it this year with Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama? co-rookie of the
I'm
year.
going to say this. I mean, I know Holmgren, most people look at him and consider him a rookie, but there's still going to be a facet that is not going to consider him a rookie. They're going to consider him a second-year player. So will that come back to hurt him?
Could. That's a good point. It very well could.
Yeah, he was injured last year. I get it. We all get it. But technically, he's a second-year player. So is he really a rookie?
That's true. I mean, he did the training with him. He did the practices with him. He was in the meetings. He was with that team the whole year. He learned from the pros. So, yeah.
That, it's just,
I mean, got Ben Simmons in one of his second year.
Yeah, it
You got Ben
happens.
Simmons and Blake
okay.
Griffin.
Good point.
Technically, they can, but the thing is, they've lived the pro life that first year, so they technically are a season. And I've always said a million times, there's two things in sports you can't control, and that's injuries and referees. And injuries, you can't control the fact he got injured, so you can't really penalize him from being a rookie of the year because he didn't get to play. But coach is right; he's been in the system for a year already.
But like they just said, there's a precedent. So if there's a precedent, then I have to back off.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, if I'm looking at it, I'm just like, well, I'll be honest. I mean, I know him. Some people are like, that's not right. That's not fair. But it's like in college when you say that they get redshirted. Yeah, they get the extra year, and they say redshirt freshman. But if you go to the college and you pull up their records, it's going to say sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get it. I understand. And I understand how you finagle the system. But for me, that's what I question. Is there going to be a facet of people who think like me, who like, well, he's really not a rookie. He's really a second-year player. It's just that he got hurt. So will they ding him for that? Let me put it that way.
I have a question I want to ask, and hopefully Mitch reads my mind and has this set up for a great transition into the next segment. Are you guys happy it's back to East and West instead of the draft?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I am. How about the Rising Stars?
Because we do have a draft in the Rising Stars. So I liked the concept that they did because, it's like pickup. It's like a pickup game. The two guys, Giannis, LeBron, whoever it are, picking their players right before. I like them having done it once, but yes, I like their traditional all-star. I miss when they wore the whites and the darks of their actual uniforms back in the day.
I miss that too.
But I get it. Merchandising. I'm a marketing degree. I know if you have those all-star unis, which are dope as hell this year, in my opinion, I really like them. They're not flashy, but they're cut and dry. They look phenomenal, and I think it's going to show on the court too. But hopefully hopefully that transitions right into our next segment. If Mitch read my mind.
I wish one day they would go. They would make uniforms like the old Nets with those powder baby blue and white and red. I know some people hate it, but I love those uniforms. And
like whatever town it is, they kind of base the all-star uniforms off of that town and stuff like that. Yeah. I dig that. I mean, it's all about the town. That's where all the fans are going to be mostly from. I mean, people travel for it, but celebrate that city.
Right, I remember when they had it in Phoenix. They had like the cactus and like the little sun on there. That's a nice touch. But
and merchandising wise, you're going to sell all-star jerseys if you have them on the uniforms. So I think Mitch is looking for the next segment that I prepped him with there. I set it right up for that one.
It's the jerseys, right?
Well, no, it's the Rising Stars thing. I sent you.
I'm looking for it right now.
Stars.
There's a lot of stuff in the pick and roll group chat.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. I don't have to watch NBA. I don't have to put up with some of the people I don't like on ESPN and stuff like that. We have our own little network of NBA information that you can
just sometimes in chat it's just like, oh really? Look at that. But yeah.
or it's the all-star picture I put in there with the one guy that's on the floor, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Oh.
I think that tweet is. There was a tweet I clicked on, Blaze, that's not showing up. Is that the one you were talking about? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're going to group chat, the last thing you posted from the NBA, you click on it and nothing there.
You could see the rankings. You can see the draft pool for the Rising Stars.
Yeah, I gotta scroll all the way up. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Yep.
I can send it again.
If you want to send it to me directly, then I can just report the Ben Simmons. Oh yeah, the G League. I'll send it. No. Yeah, just send it to me again.
I gotta find it again.
Yeah. Huh.
It's from NBA's Twitter.
Yeah, I clicked on it, and then there was no tweet. I think they deleted it.
Maybe they changed the format.
Yeah. Hey, what is good, Randy? Hopefully all is well.
Fine.
Hopefully all is well. Johnson Petrovich, coach, made that jersey famous, and Derek Coleman. Yep.
Mhm.
For those that
Those
don't know, I mean, the
Those
idea
are
behind
clean.
the Rising Stars is freshmen and sophomore playing against each other. But what they were going to do this year is there's a freshman and a sophomore player pool. I think Detlef Schrempf was one manager and there's another manager, and they're going to draft 3 teams from a player pool. Then the 4th team is all G League players. And then team 1 plays team 4, 2 and 3 play the winners. They have a mini tournament basically on Friday night. So 3 little short games where 2 teams play each other. One's a G League team with our boy Matt McClung and some other names that some people might recognize. And then there's a final. So we have another in-season tournament with the
Yay!
Rising Stars. And I think that's such a unique thing that I like. They may have changed it. I don't know. I can't find it either now.
Right? I think NBA took down the tweet because I clicked on it and it's not there.
I found
Which
it.
game? The Rising Stars? If everyone's available, we can. If everyone's available. I'm more focused on the NBA trade deadline next week. That's what I'm more focused on. There's a lot of players that could be moved. So, and I'm going to stream it next Thursday. So,
All right, Mitch. I am setting
if you guys want to join me for that, yes, we're going to see All-Star Weekend for sure.
What's your
For
name gonna
sure.
be on the TV? The damn trade machine thing blowing up all the smoke and stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. Trade deadline next Thursday.
unless some of the names changed or who's available for that player pool might have changed. But I just sent you, Mitch, in your X DMs. There's a graphic.
I see it. But X? How do you know
I'm
my
trying
X?
not to say Twitter. I don't know your X.
How do you know my X? What the hell?
You don't want to know my X. Trust me. Seems to be in. Never mind. Let's back.
Yep. NBA trade deadline is next Thursday. Yep. Randy will join me. That's all good. I gotta figure out what time. But yep.
Ain't it
Here's the
by 4
Rising
isn't it by
Stars.
4 o'clock?
Oh, don't zoom that much. We can't see everybody. There
Well,
we go.
then you can't really.
So Oscar
what was that
Schwebe is a former Kentucky player. Just got to say that.
What was that, Coach? I'm sorry.
Panini. Is
Yeah.
that
He
Panini?
makes they're the ones that make all the collectible cards. They have the monopoly on collectible
I
cards.
thought
right now.
Panini was.
Oh,
It's also a
I bet-
sandwich.
Oh, okay. I'm not okay. Thank you for.
Panini.
You're making me hungry now.
I was confused too. I'm hungry now.
When we were younger, Panini was the sticker brand. All those little sticker books for NBA and NFL that used to be popular back then. Panini's was stickers. Now they bought out Topps and all those other places. Well, not Topps is back, but Panini does all the collectible card stuff.
So now there's a
Yeah.
new card carrier that I don't have. So now I got to look into it later.
Well, if
Okay.
you've bought any basketball or football in the past 4 or 5 years, they're all Panini.
No, I haven't. That's why.
They're all Panini. But these are, the sophomores and the rookies that are going to be, apparently, unless they changed it, a draft pool. And the 4th team will be these G League players that you see up there, which I'm only familiar with Tyler Smith, Oscar, and McClung. I'm not sure about the rest of them. Buzelis, I think I've heard of him too.
Let me go through. Shaden Sharp, I have. Keegan Murray, I have.
I was just talking
Uh,
about the G League on the right, Mitch.
Wait a
Those-
minute.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, the
The other ones, I've heard of them all. And look, there we got another Jalen Durant. There's no more Jalen's. At least
Enough
one.
with the Jalen.
Jalen Williams. But I
Hey,
mean,
here's your boy,
Hey.
Blake Scoot Henderson. He's
yeah,
doing
he
great
hasn't
for you
been
right
he
now.
hasn't been doing as great as I thought he would. It might take him a little
Yeah.
longer.
dang.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is where-
Wembenyama. Oh no, who would you guys have? Oh yeah, there's a great. I wonder who will be the first pick. Wemby?
Wemby and Chet will probably be the first too. Is Chet in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right here.
Yeah.
See, and they have him in the rookies, even though technically he's a sophomore. But
No,
I always
uh,
like this game because this is the game where these players really want to showcase themselves.
Yeah.
So you see maybe a little more. You're still going to see the alley-oops and the one-on-ones and the stuff like an all-star game. But you usually see more dunks, more phenomenal stuff in this game from what I've seen in the past. So I look forward to this. And I'm always like Jaime. Jaime has been an amazing player right now. So there's players that can make themselves right now.
Jaime.
Unless they call him Jamie. I don't know.
No, he's. I thought it was Jaime.
I think it is Jaime.
So there's players. I mean, Matherin's been doing great. There's players in this list have been stepping up already. Can't wait to see Lively, Brandon Miller, some players, and see how they do against their peers, the ones that are drafted with them, played with them in college. So I'm looking forward to this, especially if they still do the little mini tournament thing, which I've read to.
It's the tournament. There you go. We got to stream this game. I'm definitely going to stream this game. This is going to be fun.
Now, I'm wondering, I didn't really read all the details, how they're going to do 3 games. So they're really going to have to shorten the games, definitely. I mean,
It's got to be like
3 games to equal 1 normal NBA game, like quick games.
so. Each quarter is 4 minutes.
Or maybe they'll do like the point thing like last year or something. Who knows? But
On the target?
I just look forward. Yeah, like set, so many points for the first quarter.
I like the target thing. I do.
It was very
It's actually-
unique. I didn't hate it.
That's actually very clever because they actually tried.
But
They
the
actually
real
kinda
question is,
competed.
besides the 2 big names of Victor and Chet, who do you guys think could step up and make a better name for themselves out of these players? That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's a good one. But so Rios is gonna go with Wemby. But
Absolutely not.
I said besides the 2 big names, who I mean, obviously Banchero's in there too, so he's already a big.
I'm gonna say Jalen Duren.
It's a good.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Duren there. Or what's his name? Bilal Coulibaly.
Yeah, that guy.
He played with Wemby in France, so that's how I know him.
You know those G League players are going to be there to ball too because they're fighting for contracts. They want to be noticed and called up.
I think Mac McClung then. If you want to go just G League, I'll go with Mac McClung.
I thought Oscar did get called up for a little bit with Indiana.
Oh, that's a good one, Arco. Cason Wallace, that's a good one. And Jordan Hawkins, yeah. I was surprised he fell that far in the draft.
These are our future stars, man, and it should be very interesting.
And then Derek Lively with this defense alone.
Yep.
Like that guy can protect the rim, and I get to see him on Monday.
What's
That's gonna be fun.
What's the guy in Utah? Is he on there?
Kessler? Walker
Yeah,
Kessler? Yeah, he's on the left there.
Yeah, he's on the sophomores.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
really
it's right here.
Yeah, for me.
Matherin is another one I could see, but yeah, that's about it for that.
Oh, I just noticed that. Someone just put in there, no Thompson twins or Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
So for Amen Thompson, he's been hurt most of the year, so he hasn't played a whole bunch.
Maybe that's why they're, I'm sure there's reason, but I just saw that on the tweet and I saw the first comment, where's the Thompson twins?
That's
Yeah, I
actually
don't know.
insane.
I don't know about his brother, but I know for Amen Thompson, he's been hurt most of the year. He just barely started playing like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like especially whoever wins MVP, super confident. Yep. They go to the next level from these games.
So let me pull up the games for the week, and then we're gonna pick our players of the game for each one. Oh,
So there's 4 coaches, and one of them is Gasol, Paul Gasol.
oh, did you hear about Mark Gasol?
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's Paul Gasol, Tamika Catchings, Jalen Rose, and Detlef Schrempf. Those are your 4 coaches that'll be drafting. Schrempf is coaching the G League, and then Gasol, Tamika Catchings, and Jalen Rose will draft their teams.
Did you hear about Mark Gasol? Isn't he getting to like the Hall of Fame or something?
And we were right, Mitch. Final target score of 25 points. Championship game. Semifinals will be played to a final target score of 40.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting. Well, you got to keep it short so you can have a third game. So I get it.
So
You're gonna
what?
play
They're not
two-
going to have quarters. They're just
Nope,
going to
just
have 40.
That's going to be interesting.
Like-
2 games
it's
to
like-
40, and then a
Yeah.
game to 25. That's going to have street ball feel to it, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I'm excited about
The thing I
that.
would say, I would have switched it. To be honest with you, I would have rather the championship game given me
40.
more points,
Yeah,
more point value that way, as opposed to the other two leading up.
I agree.
There you go. Thank you for that, Arku.
Each
Yep.
game will be each game will end with a made basket or a free throw instead of the clock running out. So yeah, obviously.
I like the free throw. I like that. A lot of people hate it, but I'm like, hey, one
Yeah,
last
if that's
point,
the target score, it's a target score. Yeah.
you got to end it.
Why foul? If that's the case, that makes you forces you to play defense.
Oh, yep. Really strict defense at the end of that game.
It's not just defense. It's the free throw shooting. You got to
Yeah.
make your free throws.
Gotta make them.
Yep.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm Ben Simmons, go make a target free throw.
Oh, geez, here we go.
And
Ben Simmons
Game
lives
over.
rent free in your head, bitch.
Hey, he was torture to us for years.
But Ben Simmons and
He-
Tobias Harris, that Mitch is there.
Mitch is here. You
Alright,
have dreams
let's-
about those two, don't you, Mitch?
What?
Wait, breaking news. Tobias Harris is traded for Ben Simmons. He's
Hey, I'll
coming
take
back.
that. I'll take that. I'll take that, man.
Just
I'll
kidding.
definitely take
Hey,
that.
I think some Nets fans might like that better.
because one actually plays.
So each coach
All
will
right.
select 4 front court players, 4 guards, and 2 additional players. Ooh, that's
All right, what's this?
That is crazy. So for the
So
games tonight, we got the Hornets and the Bugs. And who's your player of the game?
Hoosier or the Indiana Hoosiers playing.
Ooh.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your
Who's your
daddy?
Who's
And
your
breaking
daddy? What does
news.
he do?
Breaking news: Joel Embiid is out for Thursday's game. No surprise.
I don't think that's
Okay.
disheartening. And now you want to,
So-
and now all those
so-
bitches out there saying he's trying to dodge Jokic and people. They're trying to protect him, you morons. Sorry, I had
Don't
to
even
get
get me started.
Are they playing? Well, no, it don't matter where they're playing. It's just I don't even know.
Yeah, they're
who's
playing Utah.
for that game for the Bulls. I mean, right now I'd have to
Oh.
say if you're going to ask me, it's either going to be it's probably going to be DeRozan because I don't know who else is playing.
I'm gonna go with the Hornets, and my player of the game is LaMelo Ball.
Is he playing though?
And most likely, yes.
He didn't just play against the Knicks.
When'd you guys play against them?
We played them in Charlotte, and LaMelo Ball did not play.
Was that yesterday or 2 days ago?
That was 2 days ago. We played Utah yesterday.
Okay.
That's
right.
why to me, I don't know who's playing, so I can't even figure out player of the
That
game.
is true.
I thought you were going to show the jersey sales one too, Mitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me stop that.
Do
Stop
that
this.
first, then we'll do that. Yeah, I just saw
Yeah.
because this is pretty crazy. I mean, for those out there, you guys that are in the group chat probably already saw this, but if you think about who the top 3 jersey sellers are this year, you're probably going to get 2 of them. But there's one in the top 3 that even that person tweeted he was surprised that he's number 2 in overall jersey sales. And
And this is for the league, right?
yeah, this is top jersey sales this year. And it is Jason Tatum is the 2nd overall jersey selling right now.
Oh,
Isn't that shocking to me? But
I
good for
can't-
him.
I really can't see. On my
So it's
phone.
Curry, Tatum, LeBron, Webby, Giannis, Luka, Devin.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten
Okay,
Tatum. I would have said Curry. I would have said LeBron, and I probably would have said
Yeah.
Wemby.
And Maxey in the top 10.
Embiid in the number 12. Like what? Hey, Jokic at 14. I'm fine with that.
Embiid is hurt, so people may not want his jersey because of that.
Or they already have his jersey from previous years. Good old job. I feel bad for you, bro. But it just goes to show you that's surprising that Tatum was 2. That's the talking point when I looked at this. I was like,
there's no Knicks
Yeah.
on this list, right?
Nope.
nope.
That's what I thought. Okay.
those are your top 15 selling jerseys right now. Because I don't like
Yeah.
jerseys. I don't like jerseys.
I love
it's
how
funny.
Wemby is 4. I love how
3
Wemby and Giannis 4.
Well, 3 of the 4 top selling jerseys won't even be in the playoffs this year. So
Yeah.
Yep.
We're making that coin.
Warriors ain't gonna make it. Lakers ain't gonna make it. Spurs sure as hell ain't gonna make it.
Mavericks may not.
As of right now, it doesn't look like it. There's a lot of ball left, so you never know. People making them runs, like right now, to see the Clippers and the Knicks are 1 and 2 in the power rankings right now.
What?
They're
Yep.
Knicks.
the 2 hottest teams. They got Knicks at number 1 in the
hottest
power rankings.
team. I'm sorry, you said power rankings, so I'm thinking overall. I'm like, no, you can't have the Knicks.
No, just the current hottest teams in the game right now are the Knicks and the Clippers.
I love my Knicks, but you know what? We're 3rd in the East right now, technically. But
if you go by the last maybe month, I mean the Clippers are like 25 and 3 or 4, so that's ridiculous. And
14
Knicks have
and 2.
been crushing, not just beating people, crushing people.
Yep. Ever since they got OG.
That is true. He has been a great piece to that puzzle.
Now they're linked to get Bruce Brown.
Man, we've been linked to Bruce Brown, Clarkson.
Who has been linked to Bruce Brown?
Who hasn't
Yeah,
been linked to
To
Clarkson?
Brogdon too. That's another one that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be very interesting trade deadline.
for the
I hope.
Knicks, anything. If you do, me personally, I'm ready to just roll with what we got right now. I'm going to be honest. They're
You're
playing
that well. Why
together.
not? Yep.
Look at Dante DiVincenzo. The last 2 games, he's starting to step his game up. And matter of fact, you did this without Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, and OG playing.
Mm-hmm.
So guys are starting to step up. Even off the bench. I mean, you have Deuce McBride. Who he's not quickly, but he's out there. Number 1, plays great defense, and number 2, he's hitting those threes. So he's getting you at least 3 threes a night. It seems like. So, and Grimes, for everything that everyone says, I mean, yes, he's up and down, but he's still, some moments he'll hit that outside shot, take it down the lane to the basket, and then he plays pretty good defense. So
we talked about that trade a couple weeks ago, man, and it just looks like that opened up the Knicks to what they need to be right now.
Precious even is playing well. He got 18 points last night. And I mean, he was showing some good moves, back to baskets, taking it off the dribble. So, and even he can hit the 3-point shot. So, yeah, for the Knicks, it's been a good trade, a very good trade. So, and it's helped this team to where you see, and everyone's bought into playing defense when you're out there. So, Brunson, a master at taking charges. So, and when you see that, everyone else buys in and plays hard. So, now, if we go by the power rankings from this month, okay, I'll give you that, Blaze.
My rankings, I saw that and I was like, can't really argue with it because of what they've been doing, like I said, the last few weeks.
You want to put them in the top 10 for the season? I'm cool with that. Even if you say they're at 5 or 6, all right, I'm fine with that. But when you said number 1, I'm like, how are they number 1 or 2? How are they number 1 or 2? But over the past month, and I get you. I get you.
I love how you're real about your team, though, Coach. I have to admit, I love how you're real about your team. I wish more fans would be out there like that.
Look, I've been through the ups and downs with this team, so I know not to go too far to the left. And sometimes they get me. They get me starting to go that way. And then they do something that says, okay, you're going back to reality. So, but what are they saying in the chat? I know E got something. He's probably E, the chosen one. Where is he? Did he say
He doesn't have anything.
Where's
The last thing
that
he
Kobe?
said
Where's
was-
that Kobe All-Star picture, Mitch? It's in the pic.
Right.
Let's get a laugh. Get a laugh.
Okay.
All-Star? What Kobe?
It's an
All-Star?
It's an All-Star game picture. It's in the pick and. It's
Oh.
It says too much greatness in one photo. And I saw that when I was scrolling through Facebook, and I said, "This is so funny," because I didn't get it at first. You just look at the picture and like, "Oh yeah, look at all those legends that are in that one shot," and it's Kobe getting a big dunk in an All-Star game. But then you look closely to see where one
famous player and what they're doing.
Oh,
You got GP, you got Carl, you got Mike, you got Kemp, you got Penny, and there's somebody what he's famous for doing. For grabbing his ankle and laying on the ground because he's hurt, maybe.
LeBron.
Back.
Is that Felton from Utah?
No, that's Karl Malone.
That's Carl. Carl.
Yeah, I'm on. Guys, bear with me. I'm on my phone, so it's really tiny.
Oh, okay.
But for them to say, so much greatness in one photo, and I was like, yeah, you're right, there is. Look at all them legends. And then I saw LeBron laying at the foul line, and that just made me laugh.
Yeah, we played him the other day. He was on the ground for a good 5 minutes. Like, the players were laughing at him. Like, bro, you got tapped in the face. Get your ass up, man. Like,
Rios, I saw that, and I saw him bitching at the refs about it, too, saying that he got hit in the nose, and his nose was bleeding. But, I mean, you're one of the biggest, you're strong, huge gladiator athletes. Get the fuck up and wipe your nose off and go play. He lays there for 10 minutes.
Stop it. You said you got cracked in the nose and your nose is bleeding. And let me crack you in your nose and see if you ain't gonna be.
But I don't even think it was bleeding.
He wasn't bleeding.
He wasn't bleeding.
There was no blood.
It was the side of the face, and that's the same thing. They get hit in the chest, and they go like this, and they hold their eye when they get hit.
No, I'm with you on that. You never saw Shaq doing anything like that. I mean, guys used to hang on Shaq back in the day, literally.
Yeah.
And sometimes they wouldn't call fouls for him. So, but he just, all right, that's fine.
Have you guys
unless you
seen?
really pissed him off, then you got the hell out the way if he got really pissed off.
Speaking of that, there's an interview with Isaiah Thomas that I recently saw. I don't know if it's a recent interview or not, but he's talking about Dennis Rodman. And he's praising how Dennis Rodman revolutionized what he did. And they were like, what do you mean? He was like, listen, Rodman will be like, Isaiah, when you shoot your jumper, it has 3 rotations. When he shoots his jumper, it's 4 rotations. And I'm like, he measured the rotations of the basketball before it hit the rim. That's why he was such an amazing rebounder. Isaiah was like, the things that Rodman did, even though as great as he was, he's even greater because no one knows that he would count the revolutions of the damn basketball. He would time everything perfect. He knew how coming off the backboard or the rim based on how the people shot it. I mean, he was a genius. I never would have thought of that, but he knew based on who you were, how you were going to shoot the ball, how many revolutions there would be. And that's one of the reasons he was such a great rebounder.
So what happens if somebody's basketball is rotating like that? Because I know there was somebody whose ball, I forgot who it was.
But Isaiah gave like 3 or 4 examples that Rodman would rattle off. Like this guy, I know, when he shoots from here, how many rotations it's going to be, how it's going to come off the rim. And I was like, that is phenomenal. That's mind blowing how he studied the game. And his natural talent and genius to do things like that.
It's a lost art.
NYG, that's crazy when I heard that.
So we got a quick question. Who trades, what trades do the Pistons make? Who's expendable?
All of them.
Everybody.
That's like I would not want to be any player who gets traded to the Pistons.
I mean, I don't see them getting rid of Cade, but the rest of them.
Alec Burke could probably be the first one.
When you're that bad, you gotta open the.
I want Bogdanovich out of there.
I heard that name bouncing around too.
Yeah, that's what happened in my Bleacher Report video. They keep on saying Bogdanovich over and over and over again.
Charles Hall, the Rodman when he was missing and he was in the. He was very unique, but that just shows how genius he was, too. When I saw the interview, Isaiah Thomas, just Google it. I'm sure Isaiah and Rodman interview, you probably find
all the Rodman stories. During the 98, playoff run, he's in Vegas. They had to go look for him. I've never seen him in the Last Dance.
Wearing a wedding dress, wrestling in WCW, all kinds of stuff.
I just got to say this. The one trade that the Pistons should make, trade Monty Williams for Doc Rivers, so that way the Bucks can have a good coach. What?
Your hate is real.
It really is.
Some generational hate right there.
He wasn't good with the Sixers, but he's not. That doesn't mean he's a bad coach all the time. I've talked about it in any sport.
He's the first coach that got traded from the Magic.
I said this in football more recently because people talk about all these new OCs and DCs and head coaches. Same thing with basketball. Just because a coach didn't do well in one scenario or another doesn't mean if they're in a different scenario or a different team, different system, different players that they can't do better. I mean, they're professional coaches for a reason, and we've seen. I don't have any examples to give you right off the bat, but there's so many times where a coach.
There's an easy one. Belichick. He was terrible with the Browns and with the Patriots and 6 rings.
And then he didn't do anything once Brady left. Sean Payton. I would talk about NBA, not NFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean Payton got
You
traded.
never know when a coach gets into a different scenario. They can do
Well,
better.
that's probably before most of y'all's time. So, because I think
Who?
wasn't it Bill Fitch? He started out bad. Didn't Adelman before he got to Portland?
Portland.
Yeah.
I think Portland was his first, if I'm not mistaken. It happens. You know, heck, you've even had coaches who were good who went to another team and they became bad. So that's just sports.
It really is. Sports is a business. All right, so let's go over the games tonight. So we got the Bulls and the Hornets. No player to get. Let's just
I'm taking
go. Who you got? I got the Hornets.
I'll take all the home teams tonight.
I'm going to go Bulls.
So Pistons at the Cavs.
Cavs.
Mitch is laughing. He don't want to put the graphic back up.
Well, are they going to have Joe
I got
Mars?
it here.
Are they going to have Joe Dumars and Vinnie Johnson and Isaiah Thomas leading the way?
So
I'm not taking the Pistons. No. I'll take the Cavs.
yeah, Rodman's not walking through that door tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Blaze, you said you're going with all the home teams?
Sure.
Clippers at the Wizards.
I don't want to pick the Clippers.
Why? Because of Jordan Poole.
No. I don't want to pick the Clippers.
Okay.
I'm not a Clipper fan. I don't like any of those 4
But you're a
stars, although
Jordan
they
Poole
are
fan
great
for what he
players.
did in the locker room.
That's your
Hardest worker in the locker room.
That's your
I agree. Yeah.
Mitch's right-hand man.
Ah.
Hey, I picked him for most improved player.
Hey, he improved something
Right?
for himself.
So you guys got the Clippers and the Wizards.
Clippers.
I'm going Clippers.
Clizzards.
I think I can take the Bullets. I mean the Clippers.
I miss the Bullets, man. I like the bullet uniforms with the stars down the sides.
Right.
Get over it, you pansies. It's not allowed to be called a bullet.
Look, Washington teams had to change their names a few times in pro sports.
That's right. And I think it's going to be another one with the Commanders. I think they're going to change their name again.
I wish
they change it back. To what
I
it was
would.
before.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
You got the backing of
they got the backing.
Native Americans. Yep.
So
this is a good game. Sacramento Kings at the Miami Heat.
Kings. Taking the Kings.
Yeah, I gotta go Kings too. Too much fire.
I don't know. The Heat have the. I mean, they've lost what 7, 8 in a row.
They're due. I'll take the Heat. Give me the Heat. They're due. I'll stick with my home teams.
Pelicans at the Rockets.
Rockets, baby.
I'm going Rockets.
Yeah,
Pelicans.
They're playing at home.
Pelicans.
All right. Mavericks at the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
You know Rios ain't picking the Mavs.
I'm going Timberwolves.
They've been sliding lately, so I'm surprised to see them lose again.
Yeah. Magic at the Spurs.
Magic.
I'm going Spurs.
Oh.
Spurs.
The audacity.
And then you leave.
Home teams.
Can I take the Texans? I mean,
there you go.
Spurs. Yeah.
No, I'm not going Spurs. No, I can't. I can't.
And then Charles says Luca for 80. Nuggets at the Thunder.
Home team.
Good one. I gotta go Nuggets.
The Thunderdome.
Yep.
We don't
So-
need another hero.
So the Packers just got a new defensive coordinator, Jeff Havley from the Boston College. He's the new defensive
Halfway
coordinator.
left BC.
Yeah,
He's leaving BC.
yeah.
Wow. I thought they were on the upswing. Well, I mean, I get it. He's going to the pros.
Uh-oh, Jokic is out, says Arku. Does that change your guys'
Oh,
I
now it
guess.
does.
Still
pick?
going Thunder. I still was going Thunder.
Thunder.
Suns
For you-
at
for
the
you, Art.
net.
That means
Comes for
that
you,
means
NYG.
Toronto might be able to get some of those Jersey boys up there in Boston College then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nets. Just very much.
Okay.
so.
Sorry.
Although I'm loving the Suns, but
The Nets and who?
Suns
Suns.
at the Nets.
I'm loving the Suns right now. But go Nets! Come on, home team.
Kevin Durant for 50.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah, I'm going Suns though. Seriously.
Bucks at the Trailblazers.
that is KD back in Brooklyn.
Doc Rivers for the win.
Portland, even home
Yeah.
team. Even though
I'm
I'm
gonna
with, I'm with Coach on the Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers,
Yeah,
all the way.
we're going Bucks.
Coach of the year, Doc Rivers.
I'm going Trailblazers because of Matisse Thybulle.
Good. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Matisse Thybulle doesn't want to play under Doc Rivers. So
yeah. So he's going to stop Giannis.
Probably.
you never know. Dave returned to Portland. Yep.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
He's gonna drop 50.
All right. I would like to appreciate every single one of you for hanging out with us. We did All-Star Reserves. We talked about co-rookie of the years, all that stuff. So I appreciate everyone being here.
We're not
Make
done,
sure to
Mitch.
tune in next week. We'll do
We're not done. Mitch.
trades.
We're not done, Mitch. Remember
the
what I
floor-
said I would do at the end of it? You're going to try to
Oh,
get
yeah,
the
yeah.
story at the beginning?
The floor
Yep.
is yours, sir.
Give me
What was
some.
yours?
If you haven't seen, there's a story about Tony Snell right now that's out. The man needs a 10-day contract or something in the NBA in order to get his retirement money from the NBA, which something the coach said before the show, which I agree that the NBA should step in and give him his retirement money regardless. But I read a little deeper into the story of Tony Snell, and if you don't know, I saw article after article stemming from this article that came out, I believe, yesterday or earlier today. And Tony Snell has 2 autistic kids that he's raising as well. And it was an interview with him and his wife, and his wife very eloquently were saying, our kids weren't doing what kids normally do after the 17th, 18th month. They weren't talking. They weren't doing this. They weren't acting the way they thought they should act already. So they finally got talked into getting them tested on the autism spectrum. And sure enough, unfortunately, but fortunately, because the way I look at it, autism can be a superpower. And I know a lot of people that fall into the spectrum, whether it's nonverbal all the way to those that are super geniuses as well in between. But he has 2 very young kids that have autism. And it started to get Tony and his wife thinking how Tony Snell was raised. So Tony decided, and in the interview, he was very candidly, very openly talking about, I was never easy to get along. I didn't get along with a lot of people. I didn't mind. I was always by myself. And I liked it that way. And he never really, back when we were younger, to 30, 40 years ago, 25, 30 years ago, there weren't really tests for the autism spectrum. And so he decided to get tested himself. And Tony Snell is on the autism spectrum. So, and I think it's just it's such a great story for people out there that if you know someone or yourself dealing with some kind of drawback, whether it's autism, Asperger's, or any part of the spectrum or any other type of ailment or disease, don't let it hold you back. Don't let it stop you from your dreams. And it's such a wonderful story to know that someone like Tony Snell would share with everyone, not only personal things about his family and his kids, and the fact that he needs this contract to get that retirement money to maybe keep him going down the line. But it's such a heartwarming story. Just look up Tony Snell if you want to find it. And I want that message to go out to everybody that if you know someone, if you're dealing with it yourself, it doesn't hold you back from doing whatever you want in this life. And I just thought it was a very heartwarming story about Tony Snell.
All right. Thank you for that, Blaze. Very heartwarming
Can I
there.
add to that just for a second, Mitch?
Yes.
Um, I understand about the autism because I actually coached a kid who was autistic. Um, Back about, I think, 12 years ago, ESPN actually did a story on him. His name is Anthony Starego. He was a kicker at Brick High School down in the Jersey Shore. And I actually met Anthony and his father Ray, because his father Ray, if you see Anthony at a game, his father is always there too, supporting him and helping him, whatever the case may be. But that's when I also learned about the impact of autism closely, because Anthony is a great kid, very considerate, especially of his teammates. He does get a little hyped up, when he's out there kicking, and if he makes a great kick or an extra point, he's dancing around. I even used to have to tell the other team before the game, he's autistic, so don't get upset when he's jumping around. And everybody was gracious and kind, and they understood, and even gave him high fives, whether they were on the team or the opposing team. But Anthony travels around through the circuit, even does arena style football. This past year, won a championship, but he's a great kid. And you sit down and you talk to him, you'll understand. Yes, he's autistic, but when you really take the time to listen to him and hear him, you can feel how passionate and loving and kind he is. And I always fully support anyone under that autistic spectrum, because it's a great thing, because they're people just like us. They go through things just like anybody else. Everyone has their issues. So, but I just wanted to add that to what uh, was being said. So thanks, Mitch.
Yep. And actually, I got to say something too, actually. So, about, I would have to say, like, what am I, 29? So, about like 10 years ago, my friend I'm still good friends with her. She has this brother, twins, who's autistic. And whenever she got home from school, he was upset he didn't have any friends and all that. So, she reached out to me and a couple other people about starting a special needs group for all these kids to hang out once a month and stuff like that. So it was called Fantastic Friends, and have like events once a month, right? So we would have like bowling, movies. We would have a prom and stuff like that for these kids. And ever since she moved to California, I think she's back now. She had to call it because of all the moves. She couldn't be able to run it. So these kids still ask me to this day. It's like, Miss, is it gonna come back? When is Fantastic Friends gonna come back? I'm still talking about it with my family. I miss it and all that. And I'm like, I wish I could. I'm like, that's all I said. If I could, I would. So still up there. Maybe we'll be back, but who knows? So autistic people are such cool. They're really cool people once you get to know them. And I'm friends with all of them to this day, so we still talk about stuff. So it's really cool.
There's so many things out there for mental, physical disability, people like that. And there's a lot of people, whether you're in a wheelchair or you're not, some people you can't even tell. You'd be surprised, some people
Right.
that are disabled that you may not even realize. And there's Make-A-Wish that's out there. There's Special Olympics, which is very special. A lot of people in my community that I have here, with whether it's wrestling or sports, there's so many different people. And I try to welcome everyone, no matter what. I always say, no matter what you're dealing with or what you've dealt with before, you never know, when you can say something or do something to make someone. And you see all these videos of where a kid, a special needs kid, or someone who may not be as well off as others, they're helping them get a basket in a game, or they're letting them get a touchdown on the field. But in all, most people that are disabled just want to be treated normal like everybody else. And I think that's one of the resounding things out there, that if I had this platform, I would not be here if I couldn't tell people, to embrace it, to bring everyone and let everyone have the opportunity to do what they can do. And you might be surprised how intelligent, how smart, how genius the people are. It's a superpower. It's a superpower, if you ask me. God gives people these disabilities, and I call them super abilities. They're not really disabilities. You're not disabled. You're able, but you're just different. And that's okay. If we were all the same, it'd be a boring world, people. But I love everyone, no matter color you are, with nationality, disabled, abled, whatever. And we welcome everybody here in the Hardcore Sports Network. And I think I speak for everyone in the network for that. And we're very blessed to have some amazing people here. And I just wish people would be a little more understanding to others out there as well, and just welcome everybody as human beings, man. Show the love, people.
Of course,
Amen
of
to that.
course.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Amen to that. Yep.
There's some of the
I feel
happiest
like
people
people
on the
expect
planet,
me-
NYG. There's some of the happiest people on the planet, my friend.
Yep.
And
Yep. They're really cool people. So, on that note, make sure you guys had a great time with the Pick and Roll podcast. One of my favorite episodes since Blaze has been back. So, next week, episode 59. So, make sure you guys
10
hit that
away.
like. 10 away. That is right. 10 away.
Love you
Make sure
guys.
you hit that like, subscribe, and we are out. Everyone have a good one. Bye.